Imagine being the person everyone wants to talk to, the one who makes every conversation exciting and who everyone thinks is super cool. Being cool and interesting is super important if you want to have great friendships. It means people will enjoy talking to you, find hanging out with you fun, and you'll even catch the eye of your crush. But how can we all become more interesting? First, let's figure out what makes someone boring. Once we know that, we can work on being the person everyone wants to be friends with. In this group, there are two main kinds of people. First, there are the ones I call the plain Janes. These folks really just want to blend in with everyone else, which isn't a bad thing. However, sometimes they try too hard. They usually stick to doing and talking about things that everyone thinks are okay, so they don't stand out. They laugh at the same jokes, hang out at the same spots, and watch the same TV shows as everybody else. They're kind of like NPCs from your favorite video game. Standing out or being polarizing means doing or saying things that make people notice you and have an opinion about you. For instance, if I said I didn't like Mexican food, some people might agree and others might not. You see, some YouTube channels have really passionate fans and haters because their content makes people react strongly. Plain Janes avoid saying or doing anything that could cause strong reactions for fear of rejection. But by not standing out, it means you might not seem interesting to others. So how can you be more polarizing? The key is to try lots of different things. Read different kinds of books, watch movies and shows that aren't just what everyone else is watching, and listen to talks on topics you might not already agree with. By opening yourself up to new ideas and different points of view, you'll start to develop your own unique mix of opinions and interests. This is what can make you stand out and be more interesting to others. The second type of people who aren't interesting are the ones I like to call creeps. Creeps do stand out because they say and do things that are different, and they also have hobbies that not everyone understands. But the problem with creeps is they don't like to explain why they do these unusual things. For example, imagine if you walked into a bathroom and saw someone standing on the toilet instead of sitting. That's pretty odd, right? If someone asked them about it, a creep might try to act like it didn't happen, or get mad for being walked in on instead of just talking about it. When people don't share their reasons for doing something out of the ordinary, it makes others feel uneasy. It's like being afraid of the dark or deep water because you don't know what's in there. This feeling of not knowing makes creeps seem, well, creepy. Being open and honest can be tough for some, but it's important. Lying makes things complicated. Every time you lie, it's like adding more problems for yourself. Similar to the monster in the Hercules movie where cutting off one head made 3 more grow. After a few lies, it's easy for people to notice things don't add up, and then they won't trust you. Losing trust is bad because people start to see you as someone they can't rely on or even as an enemy. It's much better to be yourself, even if that means some people might not agree with everything you do. Nobody wants to be friends with someone who might betray them. So, here's the secret to becoming more interesting. You've got to be different in a way that stands out and be real about it at the same time. When you're not afraid to share your unique ideas or do things a little differently and you own it, people get curious. They start to wonder why you do what you do, and then guess what other cool or quirky things you might be into. Take the story about how I use the bathroom. When my friend saw me squatting on the toilet and asked what I was up to, I just told him straight up, "Oh, I always squat on top of the toilet." This honest answer about something unexpected made him really interested, and he had to ask, "Wait, why?" You're probably wondering now too, right? Why would I squat on a toilet? Well, it turns out that's actually a healthier way to go. Our bodies are built for squatting, not sitting, to do our business. It makes everything a lot easier and is even recommended in some medical situations. Becoming more interesting isn't some big secret. It's about being brave enough to show people what makes you different, and by being honest about it. When you do, you'll naturally grab people's attention and keep them wondering about you.